Aviral, Shivai, Apeksha, Anjana and Swati to deliver a presentation on computer memory. So let us begin our presentation. Before starting, we should know what is computer memory. So, what is computer memory? A computer memory is any physical device capable of storing information temporarily like RAM, random access memory, and ROM, read-only memory. Memory devices utilize integrated circuits and are only used by operating systems, hardware, and software. Now, why is it important for a computer? Each device in a computer operates at different speeds, and computer memory gives your computer a place to quickly access the data. If the CPU had to wait for a secondary storage device like hard disk drive, then the computer would be much slower. Now, I would like to call Aviral to explain primary memory.
Primary memory. This is the main memory of the computer. CPU can directly read or write from this memory. It is fixed on the motherboard of the computer. Primary memory is further divided into two types. First, RAM, random access memory, and ROM, read-only memory.
Now, thank you Aviral to explain primary memory. Now, I would like to call Anjana to explain RAM and ROM.
The first one is RAM, which is random access memory. RAM is RAM read memory. The information stored in this memory is lost as the power supply to the computer is turned off. That's why it's also called volatile memory. It stores data and instructions given by the user and also the results produced by the computer temporarily. The second one is ROM, which is read-only memory. Information is stored in ROM permanently. Take for example, it holds the data even if the system is switched off. It holds the starting instructions of the computer. ROM cannot be overwritten by the computer. It is also called non-volatile memory.
Thank you Anjana to explain RAM and ROM. Now, I would like to call Ayush to explain secondary memory.
Secondary memory. This memory is permanent in nature. It is used to store the different programs and the information permanently, which were temporarily stored in RAM. It holds the information till we erase it. Different type of secondary storage devices are hard disk, compact disk, and pen drive, DVD, flash drive, etc.
Thank you Ayush to explain secondary memory. Now, I would like to call Shivai to explain hard disk drive.
Hard disk drive. Hard disk drive are made up of a series of circular disks are called platens arranged over the other almost half inches around the spine. Discs are made of non-magnetic materials like aluminium, alloy and coated with 10 to 20 pm of magnetic barrier. And this is how hard disk looks like.
Thank you Shivai to explain hard disk drive. Now, I would like to call Swati to explain CD.
CD drive. CD stands for compact disk. CD are circular rays that use optical rays usually lasers to read and write data. They are very cheap as you can get 700 MB of storage space for less than $1. CD is sensor of CD below built into CPU cabinets. They are portable as you can drive built into drives remove the CD and carry it with you.
Thank you Swati to explain CD. Now, I would like to call Preksha to explain DVD drive.
DVD drive. DVD stands for digital versilated disc. DVD is an optical device that can store 15 times data held by CD
you, Apeksha, to explain DVD. Now we will look about something of pen drive. Pen drive is a portable memory device that uses solid-state memory rather than lasers or magnetic fields to record data. Its technology is similar to RAM except that it is non-volatile. It is also known as USB drive, flash drive, flash key drive or flash memory. This is how a pen drive looks like. Now I would like to call all my teammates on the stage. Thank you everyone for your time and attention. I hope that you all hope that you learned something from this or from our presentation. Thank you once again.
Parents and dear my friends, I am on from class 8B. We are present here to our topic nouns and pronouns with my classmates Dev, Angel, Divyan, Anvi, Swati, Gauri, Abhay, Arnav, Smriti, Krishna, Rashi and Arkan. Now I would like to call Angel to start topic of nouns.
Thank you, Aman. I am Angel, so now let's continue our presentation with my topic, meaning of noun. Noun, a word that is the name of something such as person, place, animal, thing, quality, idea, or action. Or in simple words, we can also say that all the given words are nouns. Some examples are here on the screen like cat, book, tree, landscape, etc. Some other examples are like my name is Angel, so Angel is the noun. Or Tarzan is an Agra, here Tarzan is the noun. Now, I would like to call Dave to continue our presentation with the topic kinds of nouns. Thank you, Angel. I am Dave. Today I will explain the kinds of nouns. Kinds of nouns. There are 5 kinds of nouns. First, proper noun. Second, common noun. Third, collective noun. Fourth, material noun. Fifth, abstract noun. Now, Divyansh will continue the presentation with the explanation of proper noun.
Thank you, Dev. I am Divyan. I will continue with the topic of proper nouns. These are words that represent a particular person, place, animal, or thing. Here are some examples of proper nouns. Virat Kohli is a great batsman. So the Virat Kohli is the proper noun. And some other examples from my side. You are sitting in the chair, so the chair is proper noun. If his name is Aman, so Aman is proper noun. And this screen is also proper noun. Now, and we will continue with the topic of common noun. you worry. I am explaining the countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, there are some other kinds of nouns. Countable nouns, countable that can be counted, they can be both singular and plural. Some examples on this list: tree, banana, book, chair. Uncountable nouns, nouns that can be counted. Some examples: milk, rice, tea, water, soup, sugar. I call upon explain the pronouns and its types. Thank you, Rana. I am Aman. I will explain you the types of what are pronouns and its types. Pronouns are words that are used instead of nouns. Examples types of pronouns are personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, relative pronoun, and reciprocal pronoun. Now, I would like to call Smriti to explain proper pronoun, proper personal pronoun.
Thank you, sir. I am Smriti and I am going to explain the next topic of personal pronoun. Personal pronoun represent specific people or things. We use them in place of person or people we are talking about. Like here we can see number, person, gender, and place. In examples, like we can say that she is my sister. In the sentence, sister is a noun and for that noun we are using the pronoun she and that she is the personal pronoun. Remember, we use personal pronoun instead of using nouns. So that's all about the personal pronoun. Now Krishna will come and continue the next topic of possessive pronoun. Thank you, Smriti. I am Krishna and I will explain you possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun shows that something belongs to someone. They never appear next to a noun, like number, person, or gender. Here is a possessive pronoun: mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. I would like to show Rashi will continue the next topic, interrogative pronoun. Thank you, Krishna. I am Rashi and I will explain next topic of interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. To ask questions, the pronoun represents the things we don't know what we're asking about. For example, who, whom, what, which. Some other examples like where are you from? In the sentence, where is an interrogative pronoun. Now, Akhan will continue the topic of pronoun chart.
Thank you, Raji. I am Aman. Now I will explain you the pronoun chart and examples. First person pronoun I will change to me, and third person he changes to him. Third person she changes to her. In third person it doesn't change. It second person you also not change. First person we change to us. In third person they change to them. Pronoun charts are very important for us. Are very important for our daily life. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call my all the teammates for the last final brief. Thank you everyone for paying attention to our topic. I hope it was informative बाबा भारती ने अपनी सबसे प्रिय घोड़े का त्याग कर दिया परोपकार की भावना के लिए। मैं इस पाठ का कथन करने के लिए अपनी प्रिय दोस्त परिधि को बुलाना चाहूंगी। जैसे एक माँ अपने बेटे को देखकर और एक किसान अपने लहलाते खेत को देखकर जो आनंद आता है, वही आनंद बाबा भारती को अपने घोड़े को देखकर आता था। बाबा भारती का घोड़ा बहुत सुंदर, बलवान और तेज था। उसके जैसा घोड़ा पूरे इलाके में ना था। भगवत भजन से जो समय बचता वह घोड़े की भेंट में हो जाता। बाबा भारती अपने घोड़े को प्यार से सुल्तान कह के पुकारते थे। वह अपने हाथ से उसको साफ करते, अपने ही हाथ से उसको दाना खिलाते और उसे देख देख कर प्रसन्न होते थे। उन्होंने अपने पैसा, रुपया, जमीन, जायदाद सब छोड़ दिया और उनका यह कहना था कि उन्हें नगर के जीवन से घृणा थी। अब वह एक छोटे से मंदिर में रहते थे। मैं सुल्तान के बिना नहीं जी सकूंगा, उन्हें ऐसा लगने लगा था। उनकी चाल उसका मन मोह लेती थी। चलता तो ऐसे है कि जैसे मोर घटा को देखे नाच रहा हो। जब तक संध्या के समय वह 8 से 10 मिनट तक चक्कर न लगा लेते, तब तक उन्हें चैन न आता। खड़क से वहां का एक भूखिया डाकू था। सब उसका नाम सुनकर थर-थर कांपते थे। अब उनके कानों पर भी सुल्तान की कीर्ति भी पहुंच गई। अब उनका मन व्याकुल होने लगा उसको देखने के लिए। एक दिन वह दोपहर के समय उनके बाबा भारती के मंदिर में पहुंचे और बैठकर उनको प्रणाम करके कहा। बाबा भारती ने पूछा, खड़क सिंह साहब क्या हाल है? आपकी दया है। इधर कैसे आ गए? सुल्तान की चाय खींच लाई। वह विचित्र जानवर है, देखोगे तो प्रसन्न हो जाओगे। मैंने ही बड़ी प्रशंसा सुनी है। उसकी चाल तुम्हारा मन मोह लेगी। कहते हैं देखने में बड़ा सुंदर है। क्या कहना, जो एक बार देख लेता है कभी भुला नहीं पाता। बहुत दिनों से इच्छा से याद आया। बाबा भारती और खड़क सिंह अस्तबल की ओर गए। बाबा भारती ने बहुत ही घमंड से अपने घोड़े को दिखाया और खड़क सिंह ने सोचा, कितना सुंदर घोड़ा है। ऐसा घोड़ा तो किसी के भाग्य में भी हो सकता है। इन बाबा जी को उससे क्या लाभ? मैं इस घोड़े को ले जाऊंगा। ऐसा सोचकर वो एक तरह चुपचाप खड़े रहे। उनके दिल में हलचल होने लगी और फिर बोले, इसकी चाल देखी तो क्या देखा। बाबा भारती भी मनुष्य ही थे। जो उनकी वस्तु की प्रशंसा करता था, वह अपने देह पर अधीर हो जाते थे। वह अपने घोड़े को बाहर लेकर के आए और घोड़ा वायु वेग से उड़ने लगा। उसकी चाल देखकर खड़क सिंह के मन में साफ लौट गया। अब खड़क सिंह की थाने डाकू, उसके पास ताकत और आदमी दोनों थे। उसको जो चीज पसंद आ जाती थी वह उस पे अपना हक समझता था। जाते जाते उसने बोला, बाबा जी मैं घोड़ा आपके पास नहीं रहने दूंगा। बाबा भारती डर गए। उनके मन में भय आ गया और वो पूरी रात सारा दिन अस्तबल की सेवा करने लगे। उनके मन में हर पल यही भय आता था कि कहीं खड़क सिंह उसको एक दिन लेकर न जाए। फिर कई मास बीत गए, लेकिन खड़क सिंह वहां पे नहीं आया। अब वो कुछ असावधान हो गए और फिर उस भय को स्वप्न की तरह समझने लगे। संध्या का समय था। वह अपने घोड़े को लेकर टहलने ले जा रहे थे। उनके आंखों में चमक थी और मुख पर मुस्कान। कभी वह घोड़े के शरीर को देखते तो कभी वह उसके रंग को देखते। वह उसे बार बार देख के भूला न समाते। फिर एक ओर से आवाज आई, ओ
तुम्हारा कौन रहता है?
दुर्गा दत्त वैद्य का नाम तो सुना ही होगा, मैं उनका सौतेला भाई हूँ।
फिर वह अपाहिज घोड़े पर बैठ गया और धड़क से उस पे वह अपाहिज घोड़े पर बैठ गया और बाबा भारती उससे उतर गए। बाबा भारती ने घोड़े की लगाम अच्छे से पकड़ ली। सहसा अचानक वह लगाम छूट गई और बाबा भारती आश्चर्य हो गए। उनके मुंह से चीख निकली, जरा ठहर जाओ।
परंतु बाबा जी, मैं घोड़ा नहीं दूंगा।
परंतु एक बात तो सुनते जाओ।
आज्ञा कीजिए।
अब मैं घोड़ा तुमसे वापस नहीं लूंगा। यह घोड़ा तुम्हारा हो चुका है, परंतु मेरी यह प्रार्थना है कि उसे अस्वीकार न करना, नहीं तो मेरा दिल टूट जाएगा।
आज्ञा कीजिए, मैं आपका दास हूँ, केवल एक घोड़ा नहीं दूंगा।
अब घोड़े का नाम ना लो। प्रार्थना मेरी केवल यह है कि इस घटना को किसी के सामने प्रकट ना करना। खड़क से थोड़ा चुप सा रह गया। वह तो यह सोच रहा था कि मैं इस घोड़े को लेकर चला जाऊंगा, लेकिन अब तो बाबा भारती खुद ही कहते हैं कि इस बात को किसी से न बताना। इसका क्या पेश हो सकता है? उसने कई बार सोचा, बहुत से पटाया, तब भी उसे कुछ समझ न आया। तब उसने बाबा भारती से पूछा, ऐसा क्यों? यदि इस घटना के बारे में लोगों को पता चला तो लोग असहाय और गरीब व्यक्ति की मदद करना छोड़ देंगे। फिर खड़क सिंह ने सोचा, जो बाबा अपने एक कीमती सामान को छोड़कर यह सोच रहा है कि कोई गरीब की मदद न करेगा, अगर इस घटना को सुन लेगा तो वह मनुष्य नहीं, एक देवता के समान है। बस इसी चीज को सोचकर खड़क सिंह वहां से चला गया। अब उस दिन से यह शब्द उसके मन में बार बार गूंजने लगे। रात्रि का अंधकार था, तारे आसमान पर टिमटिमा रहे थे। दूर दूर के गांव पर कुत्ते भौंक रहे थे। अब खड़क सिंह मंदिर के अंदर गया। मंदिर के अंदर कोई भी शब्द नहीं सुनाई दे रहा था। फिर वह घोड़े को अस्तबल में बांध के चला गया। सुबह होने पर बाबा भारती जैसे ही अपने मंदिर से निकले, उन्होंने स्नान किया और फिर सुल्तान ने अपने मालिक की आवाज सुनकर उनके पैरों के पत्ताब सुनकर वो हिचकिचाने लगा। बाबा भारती ने उस आवाज की ओर गए और फिर जैसे उसने सुल्तान को देखा, वह खुश हो गए। उनकी आंख से आंसू निकलने लगे और कहे सुल्तान से बिल्कुल लिपट गए। कहीं वह उसकी गर्दन पर हाथ फेरते, कहीं वो उसकी गर्दन पर थपकियां मारते। अब वह संतुष्ट से यह सोचने लगे, अब कोई गरीबों की सहायता से मुंह न मोड़े। यहाँ पर यह कहानी खत्म होती है। धन्यवाद आपके अमूल्य समय के लिए। Good morning to all. I am Pariti. I am Marika. I am Kavya. I am Jan. I am Anshi. Today we all are here to present our presentation on mathematics. Can you have ever wondered that how a pair of scissors works so
essential building block of geometry. Let's begin. So before starting, we try with a simple question. What is mathematics? A mathematics is not just about the numbers and calculations, but it helps us to understand the world around us. Even the things we cannot see or touch directly can be understood through mathematics. So before explaining our first topic, I want to ask the question. Can you imagine something that has no size, no length and no width, but still acted on its position? The answer is point. A point has no size, no length and no width, but whenever we draw something in geometry, we start with a point. So a point is the most basic element in the geometry that has no size, no length and no width. So that means it has no dimensions at all, right? So we represent a point with a small dot and name it using the capital letters like A, B, C and etc. For example, if we draw a point in a paper and name it A, it is called the point A. So let's look at the next topic and we try with a simple example of our real life. As we observe in our real life that we see many straight objects like balls, rulers and the edges of the books. These all show a fixed distance between the 2 points. So in geometry, the fixed distance between the 2 points are called the line segments. So for example, the point joining A and B is called the line segment. So let's move on to the next topic. Have you ever noticed why some points lie exactly on a straight line? What are they called? Well, these are called the collinear points. The points that can exactly lie on the straight line are called the collinear points. So on the other hand, the non-collinear points, the points that are not exactly lie on the straight line and cannot and have a fixed distance. So this is our topic and I hope we all are, and this is our topic. Now I hope you all are understood and clearly. I would like to call Atika for the next topic. Now I am here to continue the presentation on the topic of lines and their different types. Have you ever noticed when roads cross each other or when railway tracks run side by side? All these are examples of different types of lines. The first is intersecting lines. Intersecting lines are lines that meet at a point and the point in which they meet is called the point of intersection. The second important part is concurrent lines. When 3 or 4 lines meet at a point, they are called concurrent lines and the point in which they meet is called the point of intersection. The third important part is parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that never meet each other, even if we extend them forever. The distance between them remains the same. For example, railway tracks. They never meet each other. Alright, so we have seen the lines that cross each other and the lines that run side by side. Now, we are going to explain another type lines meet. You can think of it as a perfect intersection. Instead of crossing an old way, they cross at exactly 90 degrees. The corner of the balls and the corner of the board are exactly 90 degrees. Whenever you see a little square in the corner, it's a shortcut of saying that it's exactly 90 degrees. With this, my topic comes to an end. Let's move ahead with Kavya. Hey everyone, I'm Kavya and I'm going to talk about the next topic, which is angles. An angle is the degree of separation between two lines planes that meet at a shared endpoint. It is commonly measured in degrees or radians. There are 6 types of angles. First, acute, second, right, third, obtuse, fourth, straight, fifth, reflex, If you overstand up under the form of perfectly straight line, you just made a straight angle. Interacting straight angle is exactly 180 degrees. If you turn in the angle past the straight line, you get a reflex angle. In geometry, the reflex angle is exactly 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. Now, look at the span. The span has complete rotation, no breaks, no gaps, just one complete rotation. Complete angle is exactly 180 360 degrees. Now, I would like to call Janvi to explain the next exciting topic. Now, I would like to explain complementary and supplementary angles. Complementary angles are two angles which together form a right angle. These angles are complete a perfect corner shape and show a balanced relationship between two angles. On the other hand, supplementary angles are two angles which together form a straight angle. These angles are combined to create a straight line. In supplementary angles, if one angle increases, the other decreases automatically to maintain their relationship. Both complementary and supplementary angles are important in geometry because they help us understand how angles are connected and how different shapes are formed in mathematics.
With this, we come to the end of our presentation. I hope you found informative and interesting about the facts of our planet. So, thank you.
Good morning, respected Director Ma'am, teachers, principal in charge, teachers, loving parents, and all my dear friends. Today, our group is going to present the topic electricity and its components in front of you all under the guidance of Tanishka Ma'am. Hey everyone, I am Shagun and I am going to present the journey of electricity. Have you wondered how many things in this room are using electricity right now? There are so many things that are using electricity right now, for example, LED lights, fans, and so on. What do you think? What electricity is? Electricity is a type of energy that we use every single day. It flows through wires to power our homes, schools, working places, and all our favorite gadgets. It comes from power stations. There are different ways from which electricity can be generated, such as hydroelectricity is generated from falling water, solar energy is generated from capturing the sunlight, and wind energy is generated from capturing the moving air or moving wind. Now we know that what electricity is, where it comes from, and its different ways. That brings to my next question, which is how does a small portable object like a remote or a toy gets its power without being plugged into socket or into the wall? Now I would like to call Kavya to answer this query.
Hey everyone, I'm Kavya and today I'm going to introduce to the next topic which is electric cell. So, how does a small portable object like a remote get its power without being plugged into the socket? It happens because of electric cell. An electric cell is a portable source of energy. We commonly use in toys, torches and many more. An electric cell is only known as gas cell. An electric cell has only two terminals. First, positive and second, negative. Positive one is marked with plus and negative one is marked with minus. If we join the two terminals of a cell directly by a wire, then the chemical system will get used very fast and the light will stop working. The combination of one or two more cells is known as batteries. How does a small electric cell act as the energy giver to transform a simple electric bulb into a light giver? To answer this query, I would like to call my teammate Shivangi to talk about this topic.
Hey everyone, myself Shivangi and I am here to continue our presentation to the next topic, an electric bulb. An electric bulb is a portable device that converts electrical energy into light energy. When the current passes through filament, it becomes very hot and starts glowing. Do you know what filament is usually made of and why?
filament is usually made of tungsten because it can tolerate high temperatures. Exactly. Now let's understand the parts of an electric bulb using this diagram. This part is a glass bulb which protects the inner part of an electric bulb. Inside it there is a thin wire called filament which glows and produces light. These are two thick wires which give support to the filament and carry current. This part is an insulator which gives support to the filament. And at the bottom there are two terminals, the metal case and the metal tip which give support to the filament. Do you know what? So this is how an electric bulb converts electrical energy into light energy. Do you know what helps turning the bulb on and off and completing the circuit? To answer this question, I will invite my teammate Anika to continue our next topic, electric circuit and switch. Hey everyone, myself Arya and I am here to continue the presentation on the topic of electric circuit and switches. We do it a dozen of times a day without thinking. We flip a switch and reality changes. But what's actually happening behind that wall? To understand the circuit, stop thinking about electricity as a magic cloud. Instead, think of it as a loop. An electric circuit is a continuous path for electrons or electricity to flow. A basic electric circuit needs three things to function. The first is the battery that provides the push or voltage. The second important part is the wire that's usually made up of copper and it is the highway for electric current to flow. The third part is the bulb that actually uses the energy to do work like converting electrical energy into light energy. Now, an electric circuit has two main types, open circuit and closed circuit. An open circuit is a type of circuit in which there is a gap between the connections and electric current is not able to flow. On the other hand, closed circuit is a type of circuit in which there are no gaps or breaks between the connections and electric current there is able to flow. But have you ever wondered if electricity is a loop, why doesn't the light come forever? Let's enter the switch. A switch is a mechanical break in the loop. If switch is on, the electric circuit is completed and if switch is off, the electric circuit is incomplete. As we play with cells and batteries, we should never touch a bare wire or sockets in our home. The electricity there is very powerful and can cause cyber damage or even death. So, our topic is finally complete. Now, have you ever wondered why copper is used to make wires? To answer this query, I would like to call my teammate Avishka to talk about the next topic. Good morning everyone, I am Avishka and I am here to contribute this presentation on the topic of conductors and insulators. Conductors are materials that allow electricity to pass through them easily. This is because they have free electrons that can move freely. Some common examples of conductors are copper, aluminium, gold and silver. Do you know which is the best conductor in electricity? Yes, silver is the best conductor of electricity among all metals. On the other hand, insulators are materials that do not allow electricity to pass through them. They do not have free electrons. Some common examples of insulators are rubber, wood and plastic. Air is an insulator of electricity. That's why the gap present between the inner and open circuit cannot light up a bulb. So in simple words, conductor helps electricity to flow while insulators keep us safe from electricity. Have you? Thank you. Now I would like to call Shagun to conclude this presentation.
I'm here